What's up everyone, this is iCrazyTeddy and welcome back to another gameplay commentary video here on my channel today. In this video, we're actually going to be talking about Call of Duty 2016, what we can expect for Infinite Warfare. I'm going to be talking about a couple burning topics which you guys have been asking me for the past couple of weeks, and I've talked about on and off during my YouTube live streams, but I feel like you're mostly concentrating on gameplay, so never mind the gameplay in the background. Probably going to be some random, I don't know, TDM sniping on one of the new BO3 DLC maps. We're going to be talking about the COD Messenger, Infinite Warfare, a bunch of other things which have been confirmed, as well as leaks in this video. And right at the end, we're going to be taking a look at a really cool developer diary which is titled Infinity Ward Behind the Scenes of COD 2016. And I noticed that the Infinity Ward YouTube page didn't really have many of the newer Call of Duty fans, I guess, subscribed or following it. And of course, this is a given because Infinity Ward haven't worked on a Call of Duty, or they kind of have been behind the scenes, but they haven't been working on an active Call of Duty since Call of Duty Ghost, and they haven't really posted on their YouTube/social media as actively or as intriguingly for Call of Duty fans because they're not working on a game that's currently out. They're working behind the scenes, but now is their time. So if you guys want to watch that, I will have that during the end of the video. But before we actually begin, I actually want to talk about something that they mentioned during the end of the video, which you guys are going to see once again towards the end of this commentary once I'm done talking about, you know, these topics I want to get off my chest, give my own opinion on. One of the developers actually said from Infinity Ward's new video, "I want people to play our new game and say like, wow, I haven't seen COD change so much since Modern Warfare." I'm not gonna lie, I was gassed throughout watching the whole video, being a long-time Call of Duty, Infinity Ward, Activision fan, even Treyarch, and everything that Call of Duty's done so far has been phenomenal, minus the exo suits and the super speed dogs. Apart from that, you know, I still always will be a massive Call of Duty fan, the great times I've had on everything. But every single time I hear a Call of Duty developer talk about change, I feel like it's happening for the worst. But once again, we can't judge a book by its cover. In light of recent events, it looks like today was the third and final day of the teasers that we're going to be receiving for Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Looks like tomorrow, according to Lieutenant Reyes, who actually is an AI who we were able to speak to, turns out tomorrow, 1 PM Eastern, 4 PM GMT, and 5 PM UK time, we are going to be receiving an actual trailer for Infinite Warfare. Now, one thing that really did strike a lot of people, and there's a lot of, I guess, discussion and maybe arguments in the community right now. I saw on social media a couple of YouTubers were not going at it, but kind of discussing certain possibilities. People were asking this Lieutenant Reyes guy, which is actually the Call of Duty Messenger. If you guys didn't watch my stream from earlier, you should probably go and watch that, because we found and decrypted all the ciphers and hashes on the Nuketown map. We were able to find out a bunch of things regarding the next Call of Duty, and we were able to interact with this AI and ask him questions. One of the questions asked was, is this next Call of Duty going to be in space? And Lieutenant Reyes actually replied with, everything right now is boots on ground. Now, does this confirm whether or not the next Call of Duty is going to be on Earth or in space? I don't think we can say anything as of now, because this could mean one of two things. Number one, boots on the ground is a military phrase. Number two, this could be a link to the phrase boots on the ground in the Call of Duty community that you guys have heard recently, that a lot of people have been rallying to hopefully achieve a Call of Duty that's finally going to be boots on the ground, as in no advanced movement. My personal opinion on this, and I've mentioned this in multiple streams, is I don't care if COD's on space, if they can hopefully add some sort of movement system where we have a gravity suit that pulls us down to the ground. Like, we could be fighting on Mars, Venus, fucking Saturn for all we know, but as long as we have some sort of gravity suit that clamps us down to the ground, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest, alright? Like, imagine running around in space shooting someone because it's boots on the ground, but obviously once they die, their body floats away into the atmosphere. I think that would be a cool little compromise. A lot of people on my stream agreed with me right there, like, it's still boots on the ground. Doesn't matter where it's based, we've had Call of Duty around the world. If they can do a decent job of producing maps, you know, not even on Earth, as long as the gameplay is smooth, we have nice maps, the lanes work perfectly, I don't think Call of Duty fans really demand for much. So that's really my take on it. We can't really say one or the other until we've seen the trailer, which hopefully is going to be coming out tomorrow, or some sort of massive announcement from Infinity Ward and Activision. The developer says right at the end of this video, I want people to play our new game and say, wow, I haven't seen a COD change so much since Modern Warfare, which for me was the pinnacle of Call of Duty. It might have had a couple bugs or things that they should have tweaked here and there, but as a whole was amazing and will live in people's memories forever, to be honest. Before you guys watch this behind the scenes video / developer diary thing from Infinity Ward, if you could do me a huge favor and drop a like on the video and let me know what you think of this down below in the comment section. section, that would be amazing. It only takes a couple seconds out of your day to leave a thumbs up rating, and it helps me out a lot. As always, subscribe if you are new. Thank you so much for watching, and check out this awesome clip.
Call of Duty is fast,
silky smooth controls,
tense, adrenaline rush.
super realistic.
It was a playable Black Hawk Down,
A high-intensity action roller coaster.
but it was also a playable CNN.
Call of Duty is something that you can't imagine what modern gaming would be without it.
I remember feeling like I'm part of a team. I've never been with NPCs in a space that I feel like are moving through it with me. And they had this great idol on the guy where he was like looking over his shoulder around the cover. And I was like, I've never seen anything like this.
You are being transported into a war zone, and that's an experience that no other game quite matches.
The most memorable part of Call of Duty has to be the cliffhanger moment where you're hanging at the ledge.
Aftermath mission, where the nuke has gone off and you're crawling out of the wreckage of the helicopter.
It's always interesting to come into a franchise that has a history as a fan, and then being a creator, there's a lot of reverence you have for what's been done in the past. We're able to really build upon that foundation and deliver something brand new.
My first day at work at Infinity Ward was nerve-wracking, but I felt right at home.
We work well together, and everyone's super passionate, and these are the best and brightest of the industry.
What we all have in common is that we all have a passion to just want to make a good game at the end of the day.
I am one of the art leads here, and I focus in lighting. You know, creating mood, creating that cinematic and hyper-real feeling.
I'm the motion capture stage manager here at IW. We're trying to put our characters and our actors on a stage that resemble the game environment one-to-one as close as possible.
My job, super thrilling. We're going to the desert to record explosions. We're going to airports to record jets. It's almost as intense as playing the game.
For me, going from fan to developer of COD, I've been really, really excited to focus on the elements that I always wanted to see in COD.
We make Call of Duty for the fans.
With the Call of Duty community being so vocal about how they feel about our game, it drives us to deliver a better experience for them.
Seeing all the fans just go crazy for the game is heartwarming and one of the best parts of being a developer.
I love it that they're vocal because they bring a lot of great ideas and a lot of great critique to every single one that comes out, and we use all of that data every single time we're working on something new to make sure that we're just doing the best job that we can for them.
This game's gonna come out. People are gonna see your work, and it had better be good.
When you start seeing it come to life is when it starts getting really exciting.
It's a lot of responsibility. It's following a legacy that is rich, and I want to do it justice. So let's roll on 224, please.
Okay.
I see the framework for what we're doing, and I see a passionate team, and I see the changes that we're bringing.
We are innovating. We are taking risks.
I see a new level of storytelling coming to this franchise.
I want the player to feel what it means to be a leader of men, a leader of soldiers in warfare, and have to make tough decisions and live with those decisions.
You're going to see these characters looking so true to life that it truly becomes people that you can relate to, characters that you can fall in love with.
I want people to play our new game and say like, wow, I haven't seen COD change so much since Modern Warfare.